What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this soggy Sunday? They ain't gonna never change, man. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna call this one right here Selective Sound. You know what I'm talking about? They say, well, bro, Selective Sound. We gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good? People like, hee, ha, ha. You know what I'm talking about? Ken and the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man, everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Swing that finger, you know, man. Worldwide INC, what you say, bro? Worldwide Incorporated, what you say, bro? Worldwide. You know, they gonna say what that mean. Hey, everybody included. Bring it on in, man. Indugu, Mike, Cutthroat, Lil Roo, not Lil Rube, Lil Roo. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next. Get well soon, my rooting for you, you know what I'm talking about? Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep the head up, you know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get through these disclaimers. Never be like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug usage, drug sellage, alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? I get better like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, baby, you better all promote. Shh. They say, well, bro, I don't promote. Shh. All I promote is y'all go ahead, do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know how much of it we got, man. But good brother like myself, I ain't prejudiced, no. Good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man. No, man, good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the little people. You know what I'm talking about? No, man, me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. They was talking to me. I just love me some everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? That lid. We just read that lid. Back to the YouTube community. You gonna be, hey, check it out. Gonna fuck with it, nigga, one time, man. Man, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing out here, man? On the soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles, classic roast, piping hot. You know what I'm talking about? Piping hot. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the independent people that's about to get jumped. You know, I don't need no help. I see you, man. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Man, what's good with the people, man? You say, how y'all doing on this soggy Sunday? They ain't gonna never change. You say, what's the name of this one right here, bro? Selective Sound. You say Selective Sound? What is you talking about? That right there, Selective Sound. You know, in this world, especially now, man, where the advice coming bad by the abundance. You know what I'm talking about, man? Cause if you just listen to the average person, if you listen to a nigga, he gonna be down talking a bitch, and if you listen to a bitch, she gonna be down talking a nigga. You get what I'm saying, man? But to keep it real, it's just people, bro. I keep telling you, bro, there's only two kind of people, bro. It's good people, and you ain't gotta be the way you is. You get what I'm saying? And with that comes is selective sound. And this is your problem, or this is our problem in the world, bro. You hear what you want to. On some real shit. That's why I like, and it has nothing to do with it, nigga, art, bitch, bro. You get what I'm saying? It's just selective sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. You hear what you want to, bro. That's why when it come time for hard work, cleaning up just anything, nigga, that got to do what you being locked in, you know what I'm talking about, putting in some effort, you don't really hear that shit right there. But when it's time to go get a bottle, you know what I'm talking about? It's time to go get some, it's time to party, you know what I'm talking about? You hear every detail of that shit right there. You know what I'm talking about? Selective sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change, man. That's why us as people, that's why other people, like you go to work, you know what I'm talking about? A nigga or a bitch, it don't really matter. Like I said, this ain't no motherfucking gender thing, bro. It's just a person thing, you know what I'm talking about? You know who y'all can hear real good? You hear that boss real good. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, especially a bitch, man. They say, bro, you just said it was, bro, but I'm gonna tell you something. A bitch, shout out 903. You know what I'm talking about? Boxing. Because he gave y'all a keen account yesterday of who these bitches are listening to, man. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit, he gave you a keen. I'm gonna tell you my two, you know what I'm talking about? Selective Sound. Because, bitch, man, y'all good for listening to that pastor and y'all good for listening to that boss. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all listen to them two motherfuckers more than you listen to anybody else, bruh. I ain't bullshitting. And people do this. I don't get why y'all give the pastor the reins over y'all. I just don't, man. And everybody that woke up this morning, can we say amen? Amen. You know what I'm talking about? But like, Selective Sound. Just like you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? It go the same for you niggas, man. For some reason, y'all got that one friend that don't know shit and always giving you advice, nigga. Or that raggedy ass baby mama. And for some reason, you niggas act like y'all don't hear nothing but that shit right there. Selective Sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. And where that's fucked up at, bruh, because the shit you don't want to hear, bruh, that's where you lazy at. The shit you don't want to hear, bruh, that's probably where you need to be tightened up at. You get what I'm saying? Selective Sound. And just as people, we have this real bad in our motherfucking community, bruh. When we don't want to do something, bruh, we turn our ears off. You get what I'm saying? Selective Sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. And then when we want to hear something, nigga, we turn our ears back on. We put a zap board on the motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you end up places you wasn't even invited and shit. As soon as you say they throwing a pool party, nigga, your ear open like a motherfucker. You wasn't even invited. But guess what you did? Went and bought an outfit and showed up. You know what I'm talking about? Selective hearing. I mean, not selective hearing, selective sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. And that's cool. But I keep telling you, man, all the shit you don't want to do, all the shit that you be fighting against, most of that shit right there, bro, that's where you stunt your growth at. I ain't bullshitting with you. That's where you stunt your growth at, bro. You know what I mean? Because us as people, that's why they say you never supposed to say can't. Because the moment you speak that word out your mouth, you've already 50% defeated yourself, bro. Because you've already told your body you couldn't do something. So that's the energy you gonna approach that shit with. Selective sound. You know what I'm talking about? And just us as people, man, I'm telling y'all, bro, this shit ain't nothing but we done went back to being able to act like kids. You get what I'm saying? That's the only thing this shit is, folks. Ain't nothing changed. These hoes ain't got more masculine. The niggas have got more soft, though. I give you that one. But these bitches been the same way, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. These bitches been the same way ever since I was young. Now, the only difference was you had a little bit more man around this motherfucker that'll check a bitch. You get what I'm saying? Bitch, shut your motherfucking mouth. You know what I'm talking about? You had some men around here that'll check a bitch. You get what I'm saying? That was the only difference. Now, you got these masculine ass bitches and you got these old soft ass niggas. That's one of the differences. You know what I'm talking about? But these bitches always been running their mouth like that. These bitches always thought they was hard. These bitches was always acting like, man, they just had a motherfucking man that didn't want to hear that shit. Get that bitch that motherfucking look. You know what I'm talking about? That's when you knew you was a man, nigga. You that bitch getting a little bit up out of pocket, getting a bit too loud, nigga. You don't know how many times, nigga, I done sat in Louise's house and watch a nigga come up in there with a loud mouth bitch at the spade table, nigga, and that nigga just looked at his bitch over his cars, nigga, when that bitch got to run that motherfucking mouth too much, and that bitch shut the fuck up. That bitch caught that glance and right then and there, even when that bitch was drunk as a motherfucker, she shut the fuck up. You know what I'm talking about? Because that bitch knew what was coming once we made it home after this motherfucking spade game. I can't tell you how many times I done seen a player check a bitch back in the day, nigga, with a glance. Didn't even have to open his mouth. Coffee Chronicles. Bitch mouthing off over there at the card table. You know, asked the bitch how many motherfucking books she got. This bitch ain't even said 3 in the possible. You know what I'm talking about? Bitch over there bumping the motherfucking guns. Player look over there, look at that bitch over his cars. And you know what I'm talking about? They spread out like this, nigga. A player must look up and look at that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? That bitch knew what that meant, that look meant, bro. Selective Sound. I remember when the player could just glance at a bitch and check her, bro. They didn't even have to say nothing. Look where we at today. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm talking about? And although it seemed like I'm jumping on the bitches, like I said, bro, this ain't just about the bitches, it's just people, folks. Selective Sound. We hear what we want to. Just like my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? And I can't tell you how long I've been watching this one, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Where a bitch come down there looking for a baby daddy or something because she need a little bit of money for some diapers, some motherfucking milk or something, bro. And the nigga tell the bitch he ain't got a dime. Then jump in the car with me, nigga, and go 40-40 on the get high. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know how many times I done seen that, folks. Selective Sound. So just as people, we hear what we want to hear, folks. And that's cool. You could be that way, bro. I'm just letting you know that shit right there is not going to help you grow. You know what I'm talking about? Especially now, because all we hear, all we got an ear for is that bullshit. All we got an ear for is that mess. And today's time right here, bro, all we got an ear for is that shit we want to do. If you talking about some shit we want to do or we don't agree with, bro, nigga, we done cut our ear off, nigga. Nigga, you talking about some shit we don't want to hear, nigga, we turned the volume down on our ears, bro. You been to talk for 3 hours, nigga, look at this, huh? You know what I'm talking about? I ain't paying attention, I ain't heard nothing you said, bro. Because everything that's coming out your mouth, it don't coincide with this motherfucker's vision. You get what I'm saying? You can start talking about, nigga, it's a concert or something, nigga. Like it's a Drake concert nowadays, right, bro? Tell these motherfuckers something about cutting the yard and it's a Drake concert. Please. Please. And I tell them motherfuckers they can't go to that concert unless they cut that grass. Just give them the option to see if they was gonna do it, man. They ain't. Now tell them motherfuckers they ain't going nowhere till that grass get cut, nigga. You gonna think you paid the essays to do your shit. Selective Sound. And why that's fucked up, bro, is because you should never have to be motherfucking coach. You should never have to be coached on certain shit, bro. You shouldn't have to be coached to handle your business, bro. You shouldn't have to be coached to be on your shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Life, and this is the road they got us going down, bro, because they ain't showing you so much of a fantasy, bro. Y'all just think Days is driving around this motherfucker, having a table with a bottle, driving in the fancy cars, having the fancy fly women in the y'all something straight out of comic book, bruh. And the bitches y'all be thinking, man, y'all have a lust for hoes, bruh. Y'all do. Y'all have a lust for the stripper, porno star type of bitch, bruh. The motherfuckers y'all be chasing, bruh, don't even be real bitches like that, bruh. That bitch ain't got no substance to her, bruh. Nigga, you done met a bitch at the function twerking with a blue wig, bruh, and somehow you thought that was a future. Coffee Chronicles. Y'all desires are fucked up in this day and age right here, bruh. It is. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. Y'all lust more than you looking for something to lust after, bruh. You ain't looking for nothing to build with. Shout out my niggas who know the difference. But Selective Sound on this Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. And this shit goes both ways, bro. And this is one of the key compartments to stunting your growth. If you only hear the shit that you want to hear, bro, you gonna have a longer and you gonna have a rougher time to try to get where you at, bro, because you gonna be in denial, and you gonna make the game to where everything you don't want to hear, you gonna label that some kind of way as bad. You get what I'm saying? That's just like if somebody walk up to you and be like, say you don't have no job or nothing like that, bruh. You get what I'm saying? That motherfucker telling you, man, man, they hiring right down there, man. All you got to do is just go on and get up and go on down there, man, and do something with yourself. And you took that right there. You turned them words right there into somebody was talking about you or trying to cap on you or something. You get what I'm saying? And if you, that shit ain't gonna do nothing but stunt your growth, because you're gonna turn yourself into one of them motherfuckers that every time somebody's, especially, I ain't talking about just the ordinary public and this shit, the machine and all that shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about real motherfuckers around you that know you and probably care about you. You gonna turn, if you one of them type of people like that, bruh, you gonna turn everything that somebody was telling you to better yourself, you gonna turn what they said into hate some kind of way, just because you don't want to hear it. And that's the most dangerous thing about this selective sound. Because when we don't want to hear something, even when people telling us something for our own good, we'll turn that shit into bad some kind of way. Like they trying to be funny, but this is a deflection, whatever you call that shit, mechanism, so you don't have to hear the truth. Like I said, bro, this shit ain't really changed. We didn't actually went backwards. You know what I'm talking about? They just gave us the green light to act like kids now. That's why the climate kind of saying. That's why you see the shit like the way it is. That's why you see the, now in the conversation, there is no barriers to the conversation. The kids in the same conversation that the grown-ups is in, and the grown-ups is in the same conversation that the kids is in. You know what I'm talking about? Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Selective sound. You know what I'm talking about? And that's cool, folks. But just know, if you one of these people with selective sound, bro, you stunting your own growth. You just setting yourself up for a world of, you think life is gonna be about what you just wanna do. You know what I'm talking about? And anything you don't wanna do, somehow you gonna turn that into bad, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That's just the definition of lazy. Coffee Chronicles. Do you understand you could be a hard working motherfucker and still be lazy? Because most of us, the only, if we got a job, that's the only place right there, because we know a job is gonna bring that paycheck, and we're gonna need that paycheck to live and kind of get the things we need. So you'll probably be serious about that shit right there. But after that, you ain't serious about nothing. And that's why our lives be playing out like that. Like you might go to work every day, be a hard worker, bro, but you ain't no good with the money because you're trying to keep up with society. You know what I'm talking about? You steadily trying to keep up with these trends and shit. You steadily trying to go find them new food places and all that old shit. You trying to do what they out there. They got you in some of this, getting a quarter thing of lamb. You know what I'm talking about? They so straight out of comic book, bro. Selective sound. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Coffee Chronicles. So that's cool. If you like that selective sound, Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. But hearing what you want to, bruh, that's not gonna help you grow. You know what I'm talking about? You might have fun doing that shit, bruh, but that's not gonna really help you become the best you, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Because you're only gonna have energy to do the shit that you wanna do. And the shit that you don't want to do, bruh, you gonna act like you didn't even hear that shit. You know what I'm talking about? But what did I know? Only you could reveal forest fires, man. Without right there, if you don't remember that deals, always remember it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that.